Hi, I'm Arthur Duhé. I'm an international relations scholar, and I'm going to talk about my article titled "A Brotherhood of Nations, Imagining the Nation-Based Order During the Springtime of Nations in 1848." So I start from this assumption. The historical international relations scholarship on nation building has been both limited and misleading. Limited first, because nation states are often considered uniquely as states, forgetting completely about the nation component of the concept. But also misleading, because despite recent works on hierarchy, nationalism is still frequently viewed as a horizontal division of the world. So in contrast, my contribution aims to extend the reflections on hierarchy to nation building. Starting with these questions, nations are imagined communities, but what precisely do we imagine? How do images shape the way we imagine national communities? Anderson's work is focused on uh, finding the boundaries of national communities and does not pay attention to nationalist images and does not provide theoretical tools to do so. My article argues that hierarchies are imagined within and amongst nations, contributing to what I call the nation-based order. More specifically, I make two contributions. First, building on Anderson's intuition, I further conceptualize imagination, imaginaries, and images, as well as the articulations between these different concepts. Second, I turn to the Springtime of Nations in 1848 to show that nationalist revolutionaries imagined domestic and international hierarchies through the use of fraternal images. By accounting for often neglected archival sources in IR, such as engravings, revolutionary songs, and poems, I examine two sets of hierarchies. I first look at domestic hierarchies created by fraternity, and more precisely at two distinct groups. Women who are included in the national community, but excluded from the civic community. So women are considered as mothers or as daughters, but never as equal sisters. The second group is composed of former slaves living in colonial spaces. Through fraternity, the former slaves are included in the national community, but at a lower rank. They are brothers, but they are not equal brothers. And then I look at international hierarchies produced by the notion of brotherhood of nations. And this hierarchy exists between nation states like France, stateless nations like Poland, and nationless populations such as the Algerians who were colonized in 1847, a few months before the 1848 revolutions. So after the collapse of the 1848 revolutions, new imaginaries emerged that also used fraternal images, but under alienated forms, namely socialism on the one hand and official nationalism on the other. In that sense, the 1848 revolutions announced the imaginaries of the second half of the 19th century. Thanks a lot for your attention. If you're interested in this research, please feel free to reach out either by sending me an email or by adding me on Twitter. Goodbye.